Okay, what's up, PNG News? I'm back with another edition of the Concrete and Steel Chronicles. Today, I got a real special treat for you. I got recording artist Chaos Loc. He's going to tell you all about his music career as well as what his life prior to his music. He's currently incarcerated in the maximum security in Ohio. So we're going to hear about all he got there, how he got there, what he's been doing in there, and what he's doing as he plans to release. All right, without further ado, Chaos, let the people know who you are.
I'm Chaos Loc. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Pacoima, California, Hanson Hills. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Dayton, Ohio, my second home. You know what I'm saying? East Coast Mafia Entertainment, the General at ECM. Shit, I'm locked up in the super maximum penitentiary. You know, I've been locked up in this motherfucker for the past 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I got sent to a super max. You know what I'm saying? Back in 2016.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
For being a violent gang leader and assault on a correctional officer. You know what I'm saying? They sent me here. I've been here ever since 23 and 1. Recently, you know what I'm saying? I just got off of 23 and 1. They put me back in the population. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on getting back to a regular prison. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been here in the super maximum penitentiary, I've been dropping project after project under my entertainment company, East Coast Mafia Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Album after album, single after single, video after video. Yeah, and I'm on a rise to the top.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so you mentioned that you were from Pacoima. So how did you get from Pacoima to Ohio?
Shit, I got family that's from Ohio, from Dayton, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Half of my family from Dayton, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? The other half from Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I moved back here in Ohio and shit, you know what I'm saying, when I was a youngster. You know what I'm saying? And I've been going back and forth ever since. Got locked up in prison, you know what I'm saying, when I was 15 years old, 16 years old.
Okay. And okay, so and if I'm not correct, you represent the Crip Nation, correct?
For sure though. I'm from First Street, East Coast, neighborhood Crip gang.
Okay. So did you get put on in before you came to Ohio? Or did you get put on back in Cali?
Yeah, I'm from Hanson Hills, you know what I'm saying? That's a Crip neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I was born in a Crip neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I got put on set, you know what I'm saying? Jumped in on set, you know what I'm saying? Out in Pacoima, California.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Baby Chaos, you know what I'm saying? Little Pappy Loco, Little Chaos, you know what I'm saying? ECIP, you know what I'm saying? Put a nigga on the map.
Okay. All right. So you got put on in Cali, and it was it that so when you get to Ohio, did you kind of bring that with you, or there's already established Crip sets in Ohio?
I brought the heel with me. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? I came to Ohio, you know what I'm saying, when I was a youngster, you know what I'm saying? And I brought it with me. You know what I'm saying? I joined the Crips when I was 13 years old, you know what I'm saying? I used to go back and forth, you know what I'm saying, for the summers, you know what I'm saying, spend time with my fam in the summertime, you know what I'm saying? Then come back to Ohio, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of the year, you know what I'm saying? So it was like back and forth. So doing one of my business and shit when I was 13 years old, you know what I'm saying, I got put on set, came back to Ohio, you know what I'm saying, bought the heel with me, bought this First Street East Side Crippin' with me, you know what I'm saying, and shit, 2 years later I caught a body, and I got locked up in the juvenile prison.
Okay. All right. So you caught you a body at 16, and you go to juvenile. Okay. So tell me about that experience. What was it like being a 16-year-old going into a juvenile facility for your first time?
All right, I was 15 years old when I actually, you know what I'm saying, caught the body. That was on April the 25th, you know what I'm saying, 1993. You know what I'm saying? I shanked the motherfucker up, you know what I'm saying? Murked his ass, you know what I'm saying? Then 2 weeks later, my C-Day was on May 11th, so I turned 16, you know what I'm saying, in the juvenile detention center. You know what I'm saying? I went back and forth to court. I was on TV all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? Breaking news, you know what I'm saying? Front page newspapers, all of that at 16 years old. But it was my first time ever getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? So when I caught the case the first night, you know what I'm saying, they tried to question me. The detectives tried to figure out what was going on, try to get a statement from me. At 15 years old, I wasn't scared of the motherfucker. Like, I ain't got shit to say. Cold as silence. You know what I'm saying? My first, you know what I'm saying, time in jail, period. You know what I'm saying? Walking through them doors, you know what I'm saying? They try to give me some motherfucking red khakis and shit, talking about, put these on. I said, man, I ain't putting them on. I'm a Crip. You know what I'm saying? They thought it was a joke. You know, they from Ohio. They don't really, like, at that time, coming through the county jail, they like, what? They ain't understanding why this motherfucker won't wear red. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, listen, take them khakis, man, and switch them out to some other color, because I ain't wearing no red. Period, point blank. So I refused.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I refused to wear the red khakis. They gave me some motherfucking tan khakis and shit. I went to the to the juvenile hall. You know what I'm saying? And I was ready for my first jail fight. You know what I'm saying? My pops was locked up in California Department of Corrections for a real long time, so he laced me up on everything that I needed to know about prison. You know what I'm saying? I always looked up to my pops anyway, because he was a real live G. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to see like him as well. You know what I'm saying? So we used to talk a lot, because growing up, my pops was locked up. So he used to stay in contact with me through letters and all that type of shit. So I went to motherfucking the detention center. You know what I'm saying? Got in my first jail fight, you know what I'm saying? And started fighting the COs and was fighting all the fucking time in the county jail.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, that's how it was, going straight in there from detention.
Okay, so now, so Ohio, not really being a big major city like Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. So what were the dynamics of their county jail? Was it like gangs there or anything like that, or was it just every man for himself? What was the dynamic there?
Well, it was gangs there, like it's gangs there, but it's mostly like every man for himself. Because out in Ohio, you know what I'm saying, you got gang members that come from other states, you know what I'm saying, that come set up shop. You know what I'm saying? We get locked up in the county jail and it's spread out, but you got hoods though. You know what I'm saying? Like I got locked up in Dayton, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? So Montgomery County Jail, you know what I'm saying, is full of people from different neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? You might have some Crips, you might have some Bloods, you know, back then though. You might have some Crips and Bloods and some GDs, you know what I'm saying, and Vice Lords and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they was really banging hoods though. You know what I'm saying? So if you from Westwood, you know what I'm saying, you don't get along with Dayton View hustlers, you know what I'm saying? If you from the Bass, you know what I'm saying, you don't get along with, you know what I'm saying? It's like every hood for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Every man for themselves. It's real cutthroat, you know what I'm saying, in the gym city.
Okay.
So the county jail off the chain. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So you in the county jail, then eventually at some point, I guess you can get convicted and go to the Ohio State Pen. All right. So what was that transition like? Because you still pretty much a youngster, right? Going into the adult facility.
Nah. See, when I was a juvenile, I ain't get bound over. I did juvenile life. So
Oh.
when I got locked up, I got out 6 months before my 21st birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did the juvenile time.
Mm.
So I actually went to juvenile prison.
Okay. And then was it?
And going from the detention center to the actual juvenile prison was a fucked up transition. You know what I'm saying? Because I got sent to a maximum security juvenile prison. You know what I'm saying? Which is called TICO.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yeah, and TICO back then in 1993 was the roughest motherfucking juvenile prison in the state of Ohio. You know what I'm saying? If you couldn't fight, it was a rap for your ass. Because you can't fight every single day. And the COs ain't gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers pulling like, okay, as soon as I got to juvenile prison, motherfucker tried to take my shoes. You know what I'm saying? I had to end up beating his ass in the bathroom and shit. Motherfucker pulled down, like, hey, what size is them? You know what I'm saying? I said, these is, you know what I'm saying, a 9.5. If you can take them, you can have them. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, he tried to take him, I beat the fuck out of his ass in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And we get put in dormitories, you know what I'm saying? And ain't no COs coming around. You gotta fight. Like in Chico, they used to call that, you know what I'm saying, baby Lucasville. You know what I'm saying? Because Lucasville is one of the most dangerous prisons in Ohio in an adult system. You know what I'm saying? So Chico was called Baby Luke. You know what I'm saying? So shit, only the strong survive. So when I was in intake, you know what I'm saying, I got sent, matter of fact, I got sent to the murder block. It was called Cedar. Everybody that was on this cell block had murdered.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I walked in the motherfucking dormitory, you know what I'm saying, and it ain't no beds left. Me and one of my homies from the same city and shit, there wasn't no beds left. Like, niggas had racks stacked up on top of each other, and you gotta fight for a rack.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The COs throw you in the dorm, you know what I'm saying, and it's all on you. So I went in the dorm full of other inmates, juvenile inmates, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I needed a rack. The motherfucker said, I ain't coming up off my rack. So I pulled up on the motherfucker, got to punching on his ass and fighting for his rack. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. I started dismantling this shit. He tried to fight, I beat his ass. Got my respect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. All right. So you say you get out just before your 21st birthday. So all right. So you hit back the street. Hey, tell me about that. Like when you get back into society.
Shit, when I got back into society as I was 6 months before my 21st. See that? You know what I'm saying? I had to do 6 months parole on juvenile parole. You know what I'm saying? I went back to Dayton, Ohio. You know what I'm saying, for a quick second. Then I moved back to California. I lived in Vallejo for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And trying to chase my rap career. You know what I'm saying? But I had a baby on the way. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, you know what I'm saying, was on the way. So I ended up coming back to Dayton, Ohio and shit. You know, caught a whole bunch of more cases because I got back into the street life, got into the, you know what I'm saying, gang banging in the streets and shooting it out. Because when I got out of prison, a lot of people said they was going to kill me. You know what I'm saying, for the shit that I did. And shit, I was making myself accessible. You know what I'm saying? Because I was ready for war. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers talking about, oh, I'm going to smoke this nigga because he killed my homie. I'm going to smoke this nigga because he killed my fam. You know what I'm saying? So I challenged the whole city like, shit, y'all motherfuckers say y'all going to kill me, where y'all at? So me having a pride problem and a big ass ego, I stayed in Ohio and went to war with the whole goddamn city. Let them know that I wasn't running. And I got caught back up into that gang life and that street life.
Okay. So by the time you, like I say, you got back out, how big had the Crip movement started in Ohio versus when you first got locked up? Had they expanded, or in your absence, did they start to dwindle?
Well, it was the Crips always been in Ohio, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's not like California. Well, it is kind of like now, but back then it was like Crips and Bloods just spread it out throughout the whole city. You know what I'm saying? So you had cliques, you know what I'm saying? Like it might be some Crips over here that's down with the whole neighborhood, and the neighborhood ain't even Crips though. They just down with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it wasn't all like that. You know what I'm saying? I was down there. I was the wildest motherfucking Crip in the motherfucking city. Motherfuckers didn't really know what it meant to see a Crip until they met Chaos Loc. I was always on the news. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the news like 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Crip and hard. So basically, shit, I was going hard for this.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I was going hard for this Crip shit in a city that wasn't really used to this gang bang. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they was banging hoods for real. You know what I'm saying? You might have some Crips in this hood, you might have some Crips in the other hood, you might have some Bloods in this hood, you might have some Bloods in the other.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Some GDs and like what I'm saying, they just spread it out. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, oh, they got sets and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody in different hoods and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's clicked up. You know what I'm saying? You got your own clique, and it's real cutthroat. So basically, shit, you fuck with your homies, or you a loner, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. It's hood shit.
Oh, okay. And then how long did you remain back on the streets until you caught your next case?
Shit, I got out in 1997. I got locked back up in 1998. So I wasn't even out, but like.
Thank you for using GTL.
Okay, so when we left off, you had said you were out less than a year. So what brought you back into the facility? And this time you was charged as an adult, correct?
Yeah, I was charged as an adult.
This call is originating from an Ohio Ohio Correctional Facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yeah, I was charged as a dog. You know what I'm saying? I got into it with some nigga and shit. And shit, getting out the first out of juvenile, you know what I'm saying? I was used to fighting and shit. You know what I'm saying? So in jail, you use your hands. You know what I'm saying? You continuously fighting, beating the shit out of motherfuckers. So I was continuously fighting. I got hundreds of fights, literally. So when I came home and shit, me thinking like everybody's still fighting and shit, it really wasn't the case. So a motherfucker challenged me and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I went to his hood with plans to just fist fight this thing. You know what I'm saying? So he pulled out that 40, he got the dumping on my ass, you know what I'm saying? So shit, I got away from that situation. I came back, strapped the fuck up and retaliated. You know what I'm saying? Shot his motherfucking ass up a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Shot his homies up, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting locked up and shit for a shooting. For 2 shootings and shit. You know what I'm saying? That they said I did. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right.
Got locked up for that shit. It was on the news and shit.
Okay.
That was like 8 months after I got out.
Wow. All right. So you get locked up for that shooting. So where did they ship you off to?
Shit, when I got locked up for that shooting and shit, I went to the county jail and I beat that shit.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? They end up dropping that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got out of motherfucking county jail like a month later or like 3 weeks later and shit, and went right back to the streets and motherfucking caught another case.
Mm-hmm. And what was this case about?
Shit, this case I got caught with a strap. You know what I'm saying? Got caught with a gun, CCW.
Okay.
And I was continuously getting shootouts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right. All right. So no, go ahead.
Oh yeah, then I caught a case for shooting a motherfucker at a car wash with an AK-47, and I had a standoff with the police. You know what I'm saying? In 2004. You know what I'm saying? It was a shootout and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was the only one getting shot.
Wow. So you said you had a standoff with the cops, so it was like you was barricaded in the house and the police outside. I mean, what was going down?
Alright, this is what went down and shit, right? Alright, one day, you know what I'm saying, I was riding down the street, you know what I'm saying, and I stopped at a dead light. You know what I'm saying? I look over to my left, with these mark ass niggas staring over in my car and shit. So I rolled the window down, I got the P85 Ruger with the extended clip sitting on my lap. Me and my little cousin Pooey sitting in the motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? I say, hey cuz, what's cracking? What the fuck you staring at? Like, you know me or something, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So the nigga said some shit like, hey, you better, I don't know you, but you better watch that car before it gets shot up. So I'm like, bitch ass nigga, shoot this motherfucker up then. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I tell cuz, like, man, I'm about to spray these niggas down right now. You know what I'm saying? At this motherfucking deal.
This call is originating from an Ohio Correctional Facility and may be recorded and monitored.
So cuz said, nah, cuz, don't even do it. I know where these niggas lay their head at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, you sure? He's like, yeah, man, we can come back and get these motherfuckers later. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, nigga gets scared, he pulled tight. You know what I'm saying? A couple weeks later and shit, after looking for this motherfucker for like 2 weeks and shit, I couldn't find him. So one day, while I went to go see my PO and shit, you know what I'm saying? After seeing my PO and shit, I run into these niggas at the car wash. You know what I'm saying? They try to squash the beef. You know what I'm saying? Talking about everything cool. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to smoke. But I told them, like, nigga, everything ain't cool. I said, y'all motherfuckers want to, you know what I'm saying? I said, y'all motherfuckers better leave this motherfucker before y'all get wet up. So, make a long story short, I came back, I pulled out the chopper, started spraying these niggas down. You know what I'm saying? Hopped out the whip, you know what I'm saying? Chopper in one hand, P85 Ruger in the other hand. You know what I'm saying? Sprayed these niggas down, chased them all down. You know what I'm saying? Shot the nigga twice in his chest with the AK-47. Shot another nigga, you know what I'm saying, with the chopper. You know what I'm saying? End up coming back up to the car wash, shot that motherfucker up some more. You know what I'm saying? And I pulled tight. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting a high-speed chase, you know what I'm saying, with the police and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ran the police off the road. You know what I'm saying? I hopped out the whip, ran through the hood. You know what I'm saying? Pulled a kick though. Had a standoff in the house on Cornell for about 2.5 hours. SWAT team out there. You know what I'm saying? high, you know what I'm saying? Thought to myself, like, shit, I can do the time, fuck it. At first I was gonna go all out though. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, man, blaze the glory, like, shit, go all out. But my peoples and shit called me on the phone, like, man, listen, man, dude ain't dead, man. Like, he's still clinging on to his bitch ass life. You feel me? So I'm like, alright, I got the motherfucking thinking to myself, like, I can do the time. So I came out the motherfucking house, you know what I'm saying? And let the SWAT team motherfucking arrest me and shit. I went to motherfucking jail. I only got 3 years for that.
You got 3 years.
Lawyer.
Okay. So this is your first stint in a real penitentiary. All right. So tell me about that. Like when you first get there, because I imagine the dynamic is a little bit different than the county jail dynamic.
Yeah. When you get to prison, you go to a receiving center. You know what I'm saying? That's before you get sent to your parent institution. So they got like a reception center. You know what I'm saying? So you go there, and I went to CRC. And CRC, you know what I'm saying, as soon as you walk in, you know what I'm saying, they get to talk about drop them and spread them, ass cheeks and shit, you know what I'm saying, all that weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So me just being a street nigga, I'm like, man, I ain't about to be doing all that spread and
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yeah, so these motherfucking punk ass pigs and shit talking about get naked, you know what I'm saying, squat, bend over, spread your ass cheeks and let them look at all of this shit with, man, I'm like, man, I ain't doing all that bitch ass shit, cuz, like, got me fucked up. They're like, oh, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. I'm like, bitch, I ain't doing it. I got in a fight with the motherfucking police as soon as I walked in the reception center, you know what I'm saying, and they restrained me and shit and put my ass in a hole. Because I refused to motherfucking bend over and spread my motherfucking ass cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, I stayed at the reception center for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I get shipped to a real prison and shit, my parent institution. You know what I'm saying? When you get to the parent institution and shit, you hit the yard. And the first thing that I do when I hit a cell block, you know what I'm saying? I go in there, I look around, I throw my shit on the motherfucking rack, and I hit the yard. And I look for the Crips. You know what I'm saying? I hit the yard, I see where all the gangs at. You know what I'm saying? I pull it up. You know, 9 times out of 10, somebody already know me and shit. Because I've been every motherfucking where. So I look for the Crips and shit. And when I link up with the Crips and shit, I take control of the situation. And I leave the Crips and I run the whole penitentiary.
Okay. So you so to speak you become the shot caller for the Crips. So now tell me about further about the dynamic. I mean, in Ohio, is it like California where you roll by your race, like are all the blacks together, or do they stay with their separate gang or their respective gang?
Oh yeah, shit. In Ohio, it's gangs. Like
Okay.
the gangs control the prison. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you know what I'm saying, black or white, but you know what I'm saying, if you in a certain gang, that's the gang that you rock with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got the Crips, you know what I'm saying, and some of them white, you know what I'm saying, but most of them all black. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the ABs and shit, you know, they all white. You know what I'm saying? Then you got like the MS-13s and 18th Street and the Cert 13 and all that. You know what I'm saying? And you got the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? So it's all gangs.
Okay.
So whatever gang you belong to, that's the gang that you know what I'm saying, get the yard with, do whatever with.
Okay.
If you ain't in a gang, you become prey.
Okay.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Okay. So, all right. So since it's just gang by gang, like Crips, Bloods, Disciples, MS-13s, I mean, does that make that mixture of so many different groups? Does that create a lot of conflict amongst the different factions?
There's conflict every single fucking day.
Okay.
Because they put all of the gangs in the same goddamn block. You know what I'm saying? Then they mix up the gangs in the cells. So they might listen, man. Ohio's so fucked up. They might put you in. You would be a Crip, and they might put you in a cell with a Blood.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then somebody gonna end up killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. It happens all the time. If they real bangers, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't sell with Bloods. period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? I don't sell with nobody, you know what I'm saying, but Crips and, you know what I'm saying, GDs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with them. So, if you ain't no motherfucking GD or a Crip, you know what I'm saying, I'm not being in the sell with you, period.
Okay. Okay. All right. And is there more one group you would say that's more dominant than the other?
I mean, the Crips, you know what I'm saying, rule the nation and shit, period.
Okay.
Point. But, we the craziest motherfuckers on the planet. But different joints, you know what I'm saying, it'd be like, okay, like, let's just say I go to Lebanon, which I was just at. It was an all-blood and AD prison, you know what I'm saying? So they was the most dominant gang there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was all the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? It was all the AB, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like down there in motherfucking Lucasville, you know what I'm saying? That's the AB headquarters, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on what prison you go to, you know what I'm saying? It might be a whole lot of this gang, it might be a whole lot of that gang. But when a riot pop off, everybody get rolled out and they dismantle that shit and then everybody end up somewhere else.
Okay. 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 All right. And then what you say in your experience, like, you know, you get like several Hispanic gangs, several black gangs, you know, handful of white gangs. Do the groups fight amongst themselves the most? Like, will you know, Crips and Bloods fight more, or will it cross racial lines more, or do like the Hispanics tend to fight the Hispanics, the blacks tend to fight the blacks? How does that go?
Well, the Crips always fighting the Bloods. The Crips fight everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's gang against gang. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the ABs is the only gang, you know what I'm saying, that fight each other more than they fight other black gangs though.
Okay.
Because they don't really want no smoke with us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they lose that battle every time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't really want to go there with the black gang because the black gang is running shit. The Crips and the Bloods and the GDs and the Vice Lords and the Black Keystones and all of that is the most dominant gangs in the prison system. So the ABs and all them skinheads and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no power for real.
Okay.
So they fight each other. You know what I'm saying? And the Crips and the Bloods and all the other gangs, you know what I'm saying? We all fight each other too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we stab each other, we kill each other, we do all that shit. Like it's a gang war in this motherfucker all the time.
Okay.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Gangs don't get along with other gangs. You know what I'm saying? So if you in this gang, everybody trying to fight for power. You know what I'm saying? So everybody trying to prove that they the hardest gang.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we all fight each other all the time.
All right. Okay. And then, and is that the same for the Hispanic groups as well, or they operate a little bit different?
Well, the Hispanic gangs and shit, they just stick together and they just on some laid back shit. You know
Okay.
They just try to fuck up whoever fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't really be tripping and shit for real.
Okay.
They just about, you know what I'm saying, their own. You know what I'm saying? They just be chilling. So they don't really get involved in nothing unless they really have to.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, all right. So tell me about one of the biggest battles that you had to get involved with. Like, you know, what kicked it off? You know, run me through it.
Thank you for using GTL.
Yeah, okay, so I was saying, like, so tell me about the biggest, like, war or deadliest war that you were involved in. Like, what kicked it off? Take me through the whole thing.
All right, well, my biggest battle is not really about, you know what I'm saying, like the gang on gang shit, that's just like a walk in the park, you know what I'm saying? Gang banging other gangs, that's nothing. I give a fuck about that. My biggest motherfucking battle is with the COs and the police, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't respect cops. I don't respect the police, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't bow down to the system. So basically, that's my biggest battle. Is standing up to the system and standing up to the police. Because I'll fuck a cop up before I fuck a blood up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I get down. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, these COs and shit are very, very disrespectful towards inmates, period. You know what I'm saying? So, I stand up against that. So, what I'm saying? It's fighting, stabbing. COs beating motherfuckers where there ain't no cameras. That happens every fucking single day. I took over that prison. Hands down. Can't nobody.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Can't nobody step forward and say I did. That's sealed. Now, that particular prison got the SRT motherfucking group of COs that when you're fighting each other, gang banging and shit, they come through with the billy clubs, knocking out your teeth, knocking out your eyeballs, you know what I'm saying? 20 cops jumping on your ass, beating you down, macing you, dragging you down the hallway, taking you to a motherfucking secluded area and beating you half to death. You know what I'm saying? They do that shit every fucking day. They killing motherfuckers in front of, you know what I'm saying, they other gangs and shit. I'll never let that happen with the Crips. So when I motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, started my movement, you know what I'm saying, and I started motherfucking recruiting and taking over this particular penitentiary, you know what I'm saying, I made sure that these cops didn't abuse the Crips. Period, point blank. So what they would do is we would be walking down the street, we would be walking down the hallway, and they would pull an inmate over and say, hey, get on the wall. You know what I'm saying, I'm about to search you. You know what I'm saying? And most gangs, they'll just leave their homies behind. They might not never see their homie again. Because they just left them behind. The COs might kick their feet out from under them, start beating on them and all that shit, and drag them to the hole and fuck them up for whatever reason. Now, in my situation, I refused to leave my homies behind. So what I would do was say, listen, if they pull one of my homies over, go ahead and search him and let him go. They'd be like, man, go ahead on, you know what I'm saying, we got this. I said, no, go ahead and motherfucking search him and let him go, or we gonna beat your ass. Period, point blank. We're not leaving our homies behind so you can fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I started. Never leave a homie behind, never go nowhere alone, you know what I'm saying? And if the popos get out of line, fuck them up, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? One particular day, you know what I'm saying? The fucking CO, you know what I'm saying? The homies, you know what I'm saying? The CO, matter of fact, this is one situation that popped off, right? The motherfucking, it was told to me that a CO called one of my Crip homies out of the cell, you know what I'm saying, and spit in his face. You know what I'm saying? Then took him to the hole. So once I got word that the motherfucking CO spit in my homeboy's face, I put a hit out on the CO. You know what I'm saying? So when the motherfucking CO was before the motherfucking CO was about to get hit, you know what I'm saying, they made sure that they told me that they didn't spit in his face. They would never do nothing like that. They don't want no problems with OCO. They don't want no problems with Chaos Loc. They don't want no problems with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So my homie, you know what I'm saying? So on another case, the COs and shit, see, they never really fuck with me, but they'll fuck with like some of my homies and shit, because they know that I ain't going for none of that shit. So they might fuck with some of the homies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So on one particular time, they went and searched my homie's cell. They put mace in his lotion. So when he went to go motherfucking put the lotion on his body, it was burnt his body. You know what I'm saying? Then they stumped my other homeboys' food on the ground and all that shit. Then they came to me. The CO came to me and said, hey man, once you get your homeboys, you know what I'm saying, they being disrespectful to the COs. I said, man, hold on. First of all, don't tell me to get my motherfucking homeboys. What the fuck did you do to them? You know what I'm saying? So let me investigate the situation and see what the fuck going on. So I talked to my homeboys and shit, you know what I'm saying? They tell me, like, man, they stomped out my food, you know what I'm saying? Then the other homies, like, man, they put mace in my motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So I checked the motherfucking CO, like, man, as a matter of fact, we about to fuck these COs up for doing that shit. So we locked down. I hear the motherfucking COs disrespecting the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear, you know what I'm saying, they cell banging and shit. He talking to one of the other Crips and shit, and he disrespecting, calling one of my homies a derogatory word. aftermath of my cause. You know what I'm saying? So I took the gym hostage and I put a hit out on the motherfucking CO. You know what I'm saying? So behind that situation where the CO disrespected the Crips, he got jumped by 3 Crips and got his motherfucking head kicked in.
Okay, okay. Then what was the aftermath of the riot?
Shit, okay. The riot part.
I mean, I'm talking about. My mistake. I mean, what was the aftermath of you taking the gym hostage? Did the CO kind of start changing how they approached you all and stuff like that?
Okay, this how it was. You know what I'm saying? So I took the gym hostage and shit, and I said we ain't leaving until we get some justice and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is a protest. You know what I'm saying? I told him like, man, listen. First of all, you gonna get this motherfucking. So okay, so after we tell the CO, I said, man, I sent one of my homies. I said, man, go tell this motherfucking CO. You know what I'm saying? That I'm taking the gym hostage and ain't nobody leaving this morning.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I said, ain't nobody leaving this motherfucker until I get some results. So motherfucker go tell CO like, man, listen, man, we taking over this motherfucking gym and shit. We ain't going nowhere. Go get all the white shirts. So all the motherfucking white shirts, you know what I'm saying, which is like the sergeants, the lieutenants, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. They come in the gym, you know what I'm saying, they got their little riot gear on, they got their little guns and shit, they got their mace, they got all that shit. So they came with their little riot gear, they come in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, they come straight to me like, hey, Chaos, man, can I talk to you? I said, man, bring your ass over here and talk, motherfucker. I said, man, listen, check this out. Get this motherfucking bitch ass CO up off my motherfucking block before I get him up off the motherfucking block, before the Crips get him up off the block. Period, point blank. Like, it's motherfucking disrespectful. And I just killed the motherfucking inmate. I ain't letting y'all kill no Crips. Period, point blank. So I'm telling you right now, get this motherfucking CO out of here before I get him up out of here. So they bowed down to me. They said, okay, man, if you promise to leave the gym peacefully, you know what I'm saying, we'll take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of it. So I said, man, hold on, man, let me holler at my comrades real quick and see what the fuck they want to do. So I had like 100 motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I go turn my back on the punk ass pig, and I tell the whole motherfucking crew and shit. I say, hey, man, listen, man, this motherfucking pig said he gonna motherfucking take care of this shit. You know what I'm saying? We can either give him a chance to honor his word, or we can beat the fuck out these motherfuckers right now and not even give them a chance. So what the fuck y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? It's on y'all. So they like, man, let's give him a chance to honor his word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. I turn around, I tell the bitch ass motherfucking lieutenant, I said, man, listen, man, we're gonna give you a chance to honor your word. This motherfucker better be gone today. You know what I'm saying? Or this shit gonna happen again tomorrow. I'm telling you. So then they like, all right, man, we'll take care of it. So everybody started leaving the motherfucking gym and shit. They told me to stand behind. Like, man, you just stay with us. Everybody else exit the gym. So my Crip was like, man, we ain't leaving Chaos Loc. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, y'all got us fucked up. You ain't leaving. I said, cuz, I got this shit, man. If anything happens, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to talk about, man. Go ahead, man. I got this shit. I can handle myself. You know what I'm saying? So I let the whole crew, they like, cuz, you sure? I'm like, I got this, cuz. So I stayed behind, let everybody walk, you know what I'm saying? So I'm walking down the hallway, you know what I'm saying? Pigs, like 4 or 5 pigs and shit surrounding me and shit. So they're like, so I hear all this niggas and shit, like, oh, that's the one that got all the power. That's the one that got all this going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking through the motherfucking hallway and shit, they all. So they like, man, put his ass in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So they put me in the hole. So I went and packed up my motherfucking shit. But I had already put the hit out and shit up. I said, see, they didn't know. They already put the hit out. So if they would, the SEO, if they didn't honor their word at a certain time, a day, the hit was still going on. So I already, whether I was in a hole or not, it was still going down. And I wasn't calling that shit off. So the bitch ass CEO came to work, had his little gloves on, talking about, oh, y'all motherfuckers, talking about y'all gonna do this to me, y'all gonna do that to me. Talking all that whoop shit. You know what I'm saying? Whooping like a motherfucker. Yeah. They called Chow. My Crip homies came back, crashed on his bitch ass, got the beating on his ass, stumping on his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Fucked his ass up. All the COs running around here with guns and shit, didn't know what the fuck to do. They panicked. While they motherfucking Conrad was getting his motherfucking head sleepwalking on.
Okay. All right. So after that took place, did they move you to a new facility?
I mean, they put me in a hole and shit. and they moved me to the school. Right? So the whole time I was in the hole, they separated all of us. You know what I'm saying? And they had me in the hole. They had me in a super nice hole. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I'm in there by myself or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? They jumped my homies and shit. They took them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Handcuffed, beat them down and shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. But they never came and tried to put their hands on me because they knew that was going to be some motherfucking shit behind me. So they were scared to put hands on me. You know what I'm saying? And they pressed charges on me. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to court for that shit. They sent me to a supermax penitentiary. 23 and 1.
Wow. Okay.
And they refused to let me go because I got so much power. Now, I got kicked out of every prison I've been to. So I've been in like 8 different prisons in 9 years. At that time, I had 9 years in. So every prison I go to, I get kicked out that motherfucker. Like, they just come to me like, man, listen, man, if you agree to leave, we'll just, you know what I'm saying, see you anywhere you want. Just get off of this motherfucking, this compound, this main line. Because everywhere I go, I run that prison, and I put the Crips on the map and make sure we the most dominant gang in that motherfucking facility.
Okay. Now I want to back up just a little bit, because you said before you took over the gym, you had a riot with the Hispanics. Now what made that jump off? Seeing how, like you saying, they don't usually, they just kind of stick to themselves. How did that riot kick off with them?
All right, that riot kicked off with like this, right? Now, the leader of the Latin Kings said, you know what I'm saying? Like, it all has, like, okay, in that prison, it's all about the phones. You know what I'm saying? Certain gangs that ain't got no juice, they can't use a phone. You know what I'm saying? And so they got to have permission by other gangs.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
You got a Crip phone, you got a blood phone.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Every dominant gang got their own phone. You know what I'm saying? But how that jumped off is the leader of the Latin Kings and shit, I was cool with. Like, that was my homie and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get out the shower, I'm about to hop on the phone. So I let these motherfuckers know, like, shit, nigga, I'm about to hop on this motherfucking phone because I seen somebody on my phone and shit. So the other motherfucking, the leader of the Latin Kings and shit left and put somebody else in charge. They had phone monitors, they had phone porters and shit. So the phone porter be watching the phone and shit. So the other motherfucking shit that I didn't know that good, I was in the other prison with, but I ain't really fuck with, tried to stop me from using the phone. I slapped the shit out of his ass. You know what I'm saying? And shit, his homie, you know what I'm saying, jumped me from behind and shit, and they started jumping me, and I beat the fuck out of both of them and started stumping their head in. And police came in, hit me with the billy clubs and shit. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't control me and shit. They charged me with assault. 2 inmates.
Thank you for using G.
Okay. Yeah, so you left off, you know, they had tried to jump you at the phone, and then you had to put hands on both of them.
Yeah. So, all right, so, like I said, dude, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, I slapped the shit out of him, you know what I'm saying, me and him started fighting and shit. I started beating his ass, you know what I'm saying, his homeboy, you know what I'm saying, started punching me from behind and shit. I really wasn't worried about him because that shit was weak as fuck. So I concentrated on beating the shit out of the first motherfucker first, split his ass up, blood everywhere, you know what I'm saying, and then I turned around and started kicking the other dude in his motherfucking face and shit. He dropped his ass, started kicking him in his face. You know what I'm saying? Then the COs came, talking about break it up, stop, and all that shit. I'm not stopping fighting, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers so stupid, they stopped fighting and shit. I just kept beating their ass. Like, I'm not about to stop fighting, like, until I can't fight no more. You know what I'm saying? So I got to kicking his ass, you know what I'm saying, in his face, my with the Air Force One shit. You know what I'm saying? The police motherfucking hit me in the shit with the billy clubs and shit on the head and on the back and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They end up, you know what I'm saying,
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
They end up handcuffing me and shit, you know what I'm saying? They took both of these motherfuckers out, all bleeding and shit, all knotted up. They took me out, you know what I'm saying? I yelled, "Cup Rib" to all these motherfuckers and shit, like, yeah, y'all know what it does. You know what I'm saying? So they sent me to the hole, they brought me back to do my pack up. When they brought me back to do my pack up, I told all the homies, I said, crash on every motherfucking body in their gang. They leaders and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Sir 13, motherfucking, even the, every fucking gang, like all of that came to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We gonna line y'all up and let y'all go in these 2 cells and fight it out. So we can just keep this shit under the radar. Because they know, because we know when Chaos Loc get out the hub, there's gonna be some more shit. So go ahead and get all this shit out your system. So the gang coordinator and COs said open up 2 cells and let them fight for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So when I get out the motherfucking hub, you know what I'm saying, they let me out the hub. So the leader of their gang come to me and try to cop deuces and shit like, hey, Chaos, man, why don't you go ahead and squash the beef, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we already been fighting for 3 days, man. Y'all homies got y'all point across. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, they're like, man, I said, fuck that. Like, I ain't getting no fights, bitch. I want to fight you and all y'all motherfuckers. If you and the 2 motherfuckers that jumped me, I want all y'all motherfuckers lining up, get your ass in the cell. I want to fight all y'all motherfuckers. He's like, nah, Chaos, man, it's over with, man. I said, man, fuck that. I want to fight you and every motherfucking body else, man. So they like, man, listen, man, I'll pay you, man, if you just squash the beef, man. I give you some weed, I give you some strips. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Just squash it. I said, man, fuck that, bitch. Get your ass in here. I'm about to beat your ass. You the leader, I'm the leader, we about to get this shit right. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, man, why don't you just fight this one dude? You know what I'm saying? The one of the dudes that jumped you and shit, man. And let's just leave it at that, man. Like, I'm like, tell this bitch ass to get in here right now. So he came in there, he was scared to come in there for real. So he came in there, I beat his ass so motherfucking bad, I punched a fucking hole in his goddamn head. Like, I split his ass so bad to the skull, man. I seen his fucking skull, man. There's blood on my ceiling, blood on the motherfucking walls, all over the head. My fucking shirt soaked in blood. I beat the fuck out of this motherfucker, and his whole face wide open.
Wow. Okay.
But I gotta give it to him. He didn't snitch. He went to another cell and he got his face sewed up with needle and thread.
Okay.
But that shit popped off for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying, after we got all that juice out of our system and shit, man, you know what I'm saying, it was back to normal and shit, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even some of the people that was in that motherfucking riot and shit, is down here with me right now. One of them right here on my block right now, you know what I'm saying? And he is Sir 13 and shit, and shit, for real, I put it down so long, shit, they got my back if I get into any shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Respect is there.
Right. All right. So, okay. So we talked about the riots. You know, you taking over, you hitting the yard, and you organize wherever you go and make Crip's dominant group. Okay. So when did Chaos Loc start transitioning into the music and into the writing?
Chaos Loc transitioned into the music and writing when he got sent to Supermax, when all the gangbanging came to a cease.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I had time to my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm in a level 3 yard or level 2 yard, I'm always around other gangs and I'm always around people, so I'm always fighting and shit. I'm always getting into it with the COs and shit. Here,
this call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Here in a super maximum penitentiary, locked up 23 hours a day. What the fuck? In shackles and handcuffs every time you come out the cell. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck am I beefing with? You know what I'm saying? I got a peace of mind now. So now, you know what I'm saying, like when I was on the mainland, I was extorting people. You know what I'm saying? I was selling drugs. I was selling cigarettes. I was selling everything. I was getting to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Not only was I violent and fucking people up and running the main line, I was getting to the bag though. You know what I'm saying? And when I got to a supermax penitentiary, it's like you can't walk around and motherfucking get to the bag like that. So you're gonna have to, if you don't got nobody in your corner, like a family member or a woman or something, you know what I'm saying, that got your back, you fuck. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in here starving and shit. They'll give you these little ass trays 3 times a day, and that's it. So if you ain't, and it ain't no hustle in here for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't like pass and shit. So when you in the cell 23 hours a day, if you don't got nobody taking care of you from the outside, you fuck. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not a stupid ass nigga. I always been a hustler and I always had talent. So I said I need to do something with my time. I need to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I finally got a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally somewhere where I don't have to just fight every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not around enemies. So my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sean and shit, Sean Kennerly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean Kennerly. You know what I'm saying? He's an author and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he tell me like, hey, cuz, motherfuckers, you should write a book. You know what I'm saying? I do books and shit. You know what I'm can publish a book. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to hear your story and shit. So I'm like, that's a good opportunity. So I sat my ass down for like 2 months and I motherfucking wrote a book. Shit, that was my first time writing a book. Then I started, you know what I'm saying, rapping and shit.
Okay. What was the name of the first book you wrote?
It was called Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Okay. And what does that kind of talk about? Is it kind of like talk about, is it so what you classify as just like a mini autobiography?